All right, let's go ahead and make a just sold postcard within Command. So we can do that really, really easily inside of the campaigns applet in Command. So down the left-hand side, we're going to head over to the megaphone or the bullhorn. That's the campaigns applet. So let's go into the campaigns, and from there, once it loads up in the top right corner, we are going to click on Create Campaign. Now we're going to choose what kind do we want to create. So if we're going to do a just listed or a just sold postcard, we're going to go into direct mail. Go ahead and put in the property address. Now I just found a random listing here that I'm going to do. Okay, and let's say it was a just sold postcard that we're going to make here. We're going to go ahead and I like to call it the address. Now the address is just for your purposes. It's not published anywhere. Then we're going to choose the goal. The goal of a just sold is really to attract more listings, right? We want to create curiosity and encourage the recipients of the postcard to contact me to learn more about selling their home or get a property valuation or whatever your call to action is going to be. But really the purpose is to attract listings. Go ahead and we're going to click Create Campaign. Now it's going to load up the builder here on the left with the preview on the right. So the overview section's already done. We're going to head into the content next. Click on the arrow to expand it. And typically I recommend just using these default templates. They have 4 different sizes. So there's a 4x6, 6x9, 6x11, modern, and 6x11 contemporary. So really 3 sizes, 4 templates. The 4x6 is really small. That's like a little bit bigger than a recipe card. I would recommend the 6x9, honestly. I think it's the best bang for your buck there. And if you scroll down to the very bottom, you can see that pricing. So 200 postcards is $190. That's printed, mailed, everything. You don't have to do 200. You can do 100. You can do 50. But you can see the price is pretty good there. So we've got this set up. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put in our title. I've already got a few things prepared just to speed this up. Let's go just sold in our neighborhood, and we can see it start to build out the preview. And then subtitle, let's try property address. I can probably clean this up a little bit. Remember, this is going to the neighbors, so as you type it in, you'll see how it looks. Let's just go. All right. Okay, so we can see the preview. We're going to go ahead now. We're going to put in a description. Again, we're not really trying to sell the property here. We're trying to create curiosity and get people to reach out to us. So I've got something prepared here that just says, we're thrilled to announce the successful sale of this home. You're curious about the current market, consider selling. Contact us to find out how we can help. Okay, so we've got that in there. Now you can see, and that doesn't show up here in our preview yet because that is on the back of the postcard. Okay, send it back to the front. Scroll down a little bit, and now we're going to go ahead and add a photo. It does need to be a high resolution photo, so your MLS web quality, it's going to yell at you. I'm going to go through and select a photo. Now the photo that I have, this isn't my listing, but this is one that I've got for this purpose here, so I've got it ready. Now my photo is not a high resolution one, so you'll see that message most likely. Okay, I've got it added here. Then I'm going to have my photo, contact information, and hit save. Here it says you've got a low resolution image. We can't guarantee that it's going to be a great quality. I'm going to click use image, but I would highly suggest you make sure that you have a high quality image in there. Okay, so there's my preview of the front and the back with all of my contact information plugged in there, and then the office address here. Okay, next thing we're going to go to the market center, where we do need to put in a DBA logo or a logo for our brokerage, along with our brokerage information. Verify that address. Yeah, we'll use, didn't like my address, that's okay. Oh, because it's got 2 zip codes. There we go. That's fine. So we've got that all set. Next thing I'm going to do is go into targeting and choose where I want to target this. So what I typically would do, put in the property address. and hit save. So now that's going to find, in this case, defaulting to 200, it's going to find the 200 closest homes. We're actually going to go and only mail to 100. 95 cents printed mail, that's pretty reasonable. That's standard class though. You would probably want to send this first class. So when you do standard, the post office technically has up to 3 weeks to deliver that mail. That's a pretty long time. It's worth it for the extra, just a little bit to go first class. 100 postcards printed and mailed, $100. Keep in mind that includes your postage, so go ahead and hit save. Okay, once everything is set, I'm going to go ahead and do configure targeting in the top right corner. So do you want to create it? Yes, I do. Now this doesn't place the order yet, so don't worry. Now we're going to go through and we can adjust the properties that it has selected for us. Pull that map. There's the address that it's centered around, and it doesn't look like 100 dots, but it's going to choose those 100 closest homes. Now we can target a little bit more specific if we want to. We can even adjust the quantity. Do we want to send it to all property types, just single family, multifamily? I'm going to leave it on all. You can adjust based on number of bedrooms, square footage, year built. Year last sold though, I really like that one. You could exclude the last maybe 2 years or maybe 3 years. And as you do that, it is going to start to go a little further out because it's excluding some of those close homes that have sold recently. All right, you can even adjust based on the last sold price. Again, you can choose standard or first class. And then I like to send a copy to myself because that way one of them will come to the office. I've got one that I can keep as a sample that I can use in future listing presentations or listing consultations, showing people the kind of marketing that we do when we market their home. Okay, double check everything. And if you didn't want to base it on this area for whatever reason, you could do draw or polygon and set some specific criteria if maybe you didn't want to go across a highway or across a river or something like that. That way you can make it choose homes in the area that you want to. Okay, so once everything's set, we are going to hit next, where it's going to confirm the information, card number, and hit make payment. Now, one thing that's really cool here is if you get this in before 3 p.m. Central on a business day, it is going to submit the order to a local print shop that same day. Now, depending on their queue or their backup, how busy that local print shop is, they may or may not start printing them immediately. It could be a day or two. I have seen them go out as fast as, within a day or two, and they're in mailboxes in sometimes as little as 5 business days, but more commonly 7 to 10 business days if you want to play it safe. That's pretty quick though. Usually within 2 weeks you can have them in the mailbox for sure. But quite often I see if you submit the order on a Monday, they're in mailboxes roughly the following Monday. And since we selected to send a copy to ourselves, we're going to get that so we'll know when it went out. Now before we do finalize that order, you also can view a larger preview right here. As you can see our preview here. Let's click view larger. It'll open up a full-size PDF preview for you. All right, and there's my full-size preview. Looks great. Perfect. So again, if we're ready, we're going to go ahead and put in our email and our credit card, our information to go ahead and submit that order. Super simple. The hardest part is coming up with what you want to say. And if you are stumbling a little bit, you can always use something like ChatGPT. I went into ChatGPT and I said, hey, you're a direct mailing expert. You're helping a real estate agent create a postcard. It's going to be mailed to the 100 closest homes to a recently sold listing at, and then I put in the property's address. The purpose of the postcard is to create curiosity and encourage the recipients to want to reach out to the agent to consider selling their home, or if they just want to learn more about the process or get a property evaluation, things like that. And it came back and it gave me something that was a pretty good start. I tweaked it a little bit, and that's how I came up with my verbiage. So pretty easy to go ahead and submit these orders right within Command.